Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Love. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And a Washington first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. This is Love. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Brought down at the 13.
Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. The throw taken in by Sims. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
And inches.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
Do it!
1st and goal from just inside the 5. On the carry, it's Love. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but now it's 3rd and goal. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Going to give it to Love. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love with touchdown number 8 on the year. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead.
It is good.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Lions, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
5-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Ty Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. But one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
First and 10. At their own.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here first and 10 at their own 26. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. And his throw is incomplete. Steven Sims, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. He's going to fire one deep. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way down to the 29.
Complete to number 8.
A huge play there for Washington. 45 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a first and 10. They'll run with Love. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
That is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Bryce Love with his second touchdown here in this first half. And Washington has taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
At their own 25-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are in Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 18 more yards there and another first down. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point. To make that up again, don't they?
From the gun, here's Swift. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Peterson. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
Second and goal.
From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Stopped short of the goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Ty Johnson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Prater. And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Antonio Gibson. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
29-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he's into the clear. 20, 10, touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his first career NFL touchdown. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Washington 21, Lions 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Lions take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Brings up.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now on second and 16. Stafford. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Switzer on the return. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense went back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give him a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Second and 11.
On second and 11 now. Stafford. Open man is Switzer complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Here we go with Johnson. And he's got room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Ty Johnson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. Prater for the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is Gibson. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, Washington takes over first and 10. At their own.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially give me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They go play action with Haskins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but now it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. He'll air this one out deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
28.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three?
Antonio Gibson on the return. Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's Love again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And Justin Coleman brings him down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on second and 6, Haskins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Covered by Prince.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And that will be incomplete.
Had to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Haskins not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for this. Here we go on fourth down. Haskins. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. A first down carry here for Johnson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
It back 5. That makes it second and 10. Again, it's Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing road. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the weather make you watch your step.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Gain on the play.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Ryan Kerrigan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brings up 3rd down.
Third and long, it's Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Aikman, and he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
We'll finally get... And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. 10-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 22-yard line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And Washington has taken the lead.
His kick is...
Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Now a throw here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And now here's Switzer, the target, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, just like last play. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
The design that we're seeing right there, this is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. On 2nd down, Johnson. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. One tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Sliding out the pocket.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Johnson kept out of the end zone on 4th down, and Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. Haskins from his own end zone, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it, but it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs, and they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Jamie Collins. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll hand it off. It's Love. Got some room at the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. And they'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Love. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it with Love. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. First down, here's Love. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. On the carry, it's Love. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
He's across midfield.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Throwing now is Haskins. Open is Thomas. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
8-yard pickup.
There, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run with Love. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Haskins. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown, and forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Washington, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They picking snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like I always being true when I only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner, so I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice wear my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel.